Wait, before the video starts, look, I put on my other pair of glasses. I got 2 pairs because the deal at the place where I got my glasses, it was like 2 for the price of 1 or whatever it is. Like, it's these. Like, the little sides are, you can't really see them that well. Can you? Well, no, it's this right here. It's like inside the glasses. Can you see like little stripes and stuff? I like it a lot. Anyway, hi. So for this video, happy Valentine's Day. Hopefully it is Valentine's Day, the day that I get this up. Hopefully it is. But happy Valentine's Day. And for this video, I'm going to be talking about Black history that is not very talked about, because we all know that the American public school system has failed us when it comes to learning about Black history. So that's what I'm going to be teaching you guys about today. Also, I have a script here because there's a lot I want to touch on. So there's like a lot of information here. There's gonna be multiple parts. All of my sources will be in the description, and there's gonna be, again, different parts. First part is just gonna be like some quick facts. Next part is gonna be like some specific people I want to talk about. Last part is gonna be like my favorite Black creators and creatives. So like mostly musicians, because I just inhale music. So mostly music, but also some YouTubers and some actors and all that fun stuff. Okay, let's get into it. So here is just some quick facts. First one, Martin Luther King improvised most of his I Have a Dream speech. Singer Mahalia. You know what I feel like right now? I feel like I'm giving a presentation to my school and I don't like it. I don't like it. I was just struggling to read that name. I literally feel like I'm giving a presentation. No, not this. I hate this. Anyway, singer Mahalia Johnson told Martin to
tell them about the dream.
And then he improvised. Also, another fun fact about the speech, the sound system was sabotaged right before it, so barely anyone could hear him very clearly. Isn't that a coincidence? It was sabotaged right before. Interesting. That's interesting to me. I don't know about y'all, that's real interesting to me. Next fact, many cowboys were Black. Despite the overbearing amount of white people in like the cowboy aesthetic, despite the amount of yeehaw white boys, a lot of the original cowboys were actually Black. Really interesting. Next fact, Betty Boop was based off a Black woman named Esther Jones, who was a jazz singer. This surprised me. So here's the thing, with some of these, I like heard them around before, so I was like kind of just grabbing of stuff and thinking of what I've heard before. That one surprised me. I did not know that. Well, my mind was blown. Anyway, I mean, it wasn't blown because I thought about it and it made sense. I was just like, I'd never really thought about it. This is not really like a fast fact, but it's a fact that I think we need to talk about more. Black Wall Street was a community of successful Black businesses in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Basically, O.W. Gurley was a wealthy Black man from Arkansas, and he moved to Tulsa and bought about 40 acres of land and made sure it was only sold to Black people. That was until a newsletter reported that a Black man, Dick Rowland, had attempted to rape Sarah Page, a white woman. White people in that area didn't care to see the result of the investigation and instead incited 2 days of racial-driven violence. No one ever talks about Black Wall Street. I didn't learn about that in school, and I went to a predominantly Black public school for 3 years, and then I went to predominantly white school for 1 year. I didn't learn that. No one ever talks about Black Wall Street, and it was so interesting to research it, and I want to talk more about it, but there's a lot of other stuff I want to touch on. But let me tell you, I fell down the rabbit hole. I spent so much time researching Black Wall Street. So interesting. For the last fact, I'm going to list punishments worse than being whipped from slavery, because a lot of people seem to think that slaves were just whipped when they didn't obey, and that is not the case. Being boiled in sugar alive, made into furniture the way leather is used now, beaten out of eyes, slitting of ears, being hung, confinement in a dungeon, and getting your teeth ripped out if you refused to eat as they shoved food into your mouth. And that was only a few of the very disturbing things that I found out that were done to slaves. Others I just did not want to talk about because they were just too disturbing for me, and ones that low-key kind of haunt me. Those are insane. Other ones are just like, oh my god. I mean, those are like, oh my gosh, but those are like crazy. Those are all of my quick facts, and now we're gonna go into the people to know kind of section. So like people that I want to talk about a little more, because again, these people just don't get talked about, and it's a bit irritating to me. Anyway, I still feel like I'm just giving a school presentation, and I don't like that. I don't know, but this is really interesting to me because this is Black history that is not talked about very much, that I think we should talk about, because not only is it Valentine's Day, hopefully, it is Black History Month, and we need to talk about this Black history. Anyway, people to know. We all know Rosa Parks, right? We all know Rosa Parks. She's one of the maybe 3 people that the American public school system decides to talk about for Black History Month, you know? Usually Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, and then maybe Jackie Robinson. Usually. That's usually all of it. I've included some popular people that I don't know if you guys don't know about, but I knew about, but I haven't seen other people talk about as much. Anyway, before Rosa Parks, there was actually Claudette Colvin. She was 15 and was actually the first person to refuse to give her seat to a white person. But they decided to go with Rosa to be the face of the movement because she was educated and she was a bit older, you know, she was an adult, because a lot of people probably won't sympathize with a 15-year-old. But we should still remember Claudette because she is not given her credit. Moving on to the next person, which is Mary Beatrice Davidson Kenner. And Mary was born in 1917, and her family was full of inventors. Mary created the sanitary belt, which was created to prevent leaking of menstrual blood, to not get it on clothing, because that was a huge problem at the time. However, she could not afford the patent. Plus, with the amount of racial prejudice, it was hard to get one anyway. However, now she holds the record for the most patents awarded to a Black woman, which is 5. She died at the age of 93. No one talks about her. I had to do like deep investigation to find Mary, and it's disturbing to me because I think we should definitely talk about her more. Madam C.J. Walker. Now, before we start here, if you don't know who Madam C.J. Walker is, well, I'm sorry for you. I'm so sorry. Anyway, Madam C.J. Walker was born Sarah Breedlove and was born in 1867 in a cotton plantation near Delta, Louisiana. Her parents were recently freed slaves, and around the 1890s, she started to develop a scalp disorder, causing her to experience extreme hair loss. She had been a washerwoman, so when she started to experiment with home remedies, she was able to use some of her knowledge about the properties of certain ingredients. In 1906, she married Charles Joseph Walker and started calling herself Madam C.J. Walker. The formula for her hair growth and treatment came in a dream. Have y'all noticed that a lot of Black history has to do with like dreams, right? Because I noticed that like the I have a dream speech, Madam C.J. Walker's hair treatment came to her in a dream. I don't know, a lot of dreams, you know? I don't know if you noticed that, but I noticed that. She says that a Black man appeared in her dream telling her what to mix for her hair. She did all those things, and in a few weeks her hair was growing faster than ever before. She even tried it out on her friends, and it worked for them also, and thus she began to sell it. Walker popularized hot combs as it was part of her Walker method for healthier hair. As her company became more and more successful, she opened a factory and a beauty school. Here's a fun little fact. So in like the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, I was in like, well, in the 4th and 5th grade actually, I was in like this talented and gifted program, and we did like this wax figure thing. Actually, I think we only did it in the 4th grade because in the 5th grade we had a new teacher and she didn't do that for some reason. Anyway, so we did like this wax figure thing, and we like dressed up as different Black history figures, and like we were in the library and we like posed as them, and we made like poster boards and all this kinds of stuff and had props, and we just talked about who we were and gave facts. Hold on, I was Jackie Robinson. I think I still have my thingy, my jersey. I do. Okay, here, look, I was Jackie Robinson, and that was 4th grade. That was like 3-4 years ago. Okay. Wow. I mean, I think I knew I had this, but I did not thought about it when I was preparing for this video. Okay. This is so cool. Actually, I think I'm gonna try it on. Does it still fit me? It probably does, honestly. Wow. 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 Should I keep this on for the rest of the video? I'm not. But that's really cool. I know I still had that. Last but not least, we're going to talk about Bessie Coleman, because I had to do an investigation to learn about her. No one taught me about Bessie, and that makes me upset because she was so amazing, actually. Anyway, let's talk about her. Bessie Coleman was born in 1892 in Texas and had 12 brothers and sisters. 12! Her father decided to move back to Oklahoma to escape discrimination in 1901. The rest of her family did not go with him. Bessie grew up picking cotton and assisting her mother. When she was 18, she had saved up enough money to attend what is now Langston University, but she had to drop out after the first semester because she could not afford to go anymore. Bessie went to beauty school and became a manicurist in Chicago. This was while her brothers were fighting in World War I. One of her brothers teased her about how French women were allowed to learn how to operate planes and she wasn't. This made her want to become a pilot. She started to apply to many pilot schools, yet was rejected because she was a black woman. Bessie started taking French classes at night. After she was told she had to go to France to learn how to fly. Finally, she was accepted to a flying school in France, and she received her pilot license in 1921. In 1922, she performed the first public flight show performed by a black woman. She was well known for doing the loop-de-loops. In 1923, she survived a plane crash that broke her ribs and her leg. In 1926, Coleman took a flight test with a name named William Wills. There was a loose wrench stuck in the engine and the plane flipped over. Bessie died. However, she is still remembered for being the first African American and Native American woman pilot. Bess is so amazing. Like, I did not know about her. Love her. I love Bessie. Anyway, on to the last part, which is my favorite black creators and creatives and whatever you want to say. Basically, these are just a list of black people that I think make amazing art, mostly music, because I just inhale music. I said that in the intro. I think I just listen to music all the time, so it's mainly music, but there's a YouTuber in there, and there's, I think, actually just only one actor as a very popular actor. Yeah, okay, let's get into it. So I'm gonna put the full list here, and I'm gonna talk about 3 select people. First person is Isaac Dunbar. He's 17 and his music is just really good. If you ever need like a dance party at 1 in the morning, you may like Isaac Dunbar. Favorite songs by him are probably Pink Party, Love or Lack Thereof, and Boy. Just fantastic music. He's only 17, which is crazy. He has an EP coming out in like 6 days, I think. Well, 5 when this is up, hopefully. So go pre-order it or go listen to it, depending on when you're watching it. Moving on to the next person, which is a YouTuber, and his name is D'Angelo Wallace. He has 1 million subscribers, almost 2 million, I think. So you probably know who he is. Or maybe you don't, I don't know. Anyway, he makes quality videos. Like, his videos are such quality that I don't even care that he barely posts on his main channel. I don't even care, because I know that when he does post, his videos are going to be long, because his videos are like an hour long, usually. And he's the only person, or one of the only people on this app that can keep me engaged and keep me interested for that much time. And I know that they're gonna be quality, have amazing editing, have amazing everything. He's just such quality. He makes videos kind of about like the internet, problems on the internet, or just like whatever he wants to make videos about. And wouldn't be interested in that stuff normally, but the way he talks about it, he's so intellectual, so smart. My last person is Victoria Monet, very talented musician. I love her. Her music, it's like you can hear the instruments, you know? You know how sometimes in music, like, you don't know what instrument is being played? With her, it's like, I know what instrument's being played, and it sounds live, and I love that feeling. I love that it sounds live and authentic. I don't know, I just love that so much. Some of the only music that gives me that vibe, or at least right now. And her new album, is it an album or EP? I don't know, whatever it is. It's really good, and I like it a lot. Favorite songs have been We Might Even Be Falling in Love, Experience, and Go There With You. Great songs, great artists, please check her out. And again, put the full list here again, if you want to see it again, of all the people on this list. Wow, okay. That's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Again, I thought I should just touch on some Black history that isn't talked about as much because, you know, we have the shortest month of the year. Which actually, do you guys know the history behind that? Here's another little quick fact. Unscripted. We were given February as Black History Month because this was the month that Martin Luther King, I think Malcolm X, I don't know, and like a few other people have died during this month, and it's like a, you know, historical figures in the civil rights movement. You know, it was just a really important month at the time, so that's why it's Black History Month. Random fact that was unscripted. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Hope you spend your Valentine's Day celebrating Black people, because that's how I'm celebrating mine. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye.